Hello, this is Pete with Tiberius Arms. In this video we're going to go through the disassembly of the main components of what I call the gun body assembly. First off, we have the regulator here. The only thing that holds on is one screw. It's a 3/32. It looks a lot like the handle screws. It's slightly longer, and we identify that with a silver lock washer. I would recommend that lock washer stay on that screw. That removes your regulator. Goes completely off. From there, we have what we call the air chamber end plug here on the back of the gun body. It has a 3/16 Allen wrench. I'm just going to break it loose, spin it out with my fingers. Then from there we have the bolt and air chamber. Some of them are a little bit freer than others. You can just take your thumb through the breech here, pop it loose, that comes out. If not, sometimes you can put an Allen wrench in the back, give it a little tug, it'll all help out. This is your bolt, this is your air chamber. They're supposed to come apart like that, obviously. There's what we call the air chamber cap O-ring inside this groove. It's what seals the bolt per shot. You guys want to make sure that's clean. If you have any damage to it, want to get it replaced, I recommend a light grease just to keep everything moving. Not too much. You don't want it sloppy, you don't want it to collect dirt, but just so that this moves free, nice and easy. That is your, we call it an engine. There's your gun body. The only thing left are your sights. I recommend not removing them. They'll hold up a lot better if you don't. We have the ammo release forks down here. I'm going to go ahead and take them off just so you can see them once. There's two little screws on here, also 3/32. They look very similar, top and bottom. The bottom has two little nubs. The top has two little peaks. It's very important that it goes nubs down, peaks up, or it'll make it so that your magazine will not release your rounds. Again, not a lot of reason to take it off. If it gets gunked up or something, it might be worth it just to give it a good cleaning. Again, just finger snug. Doesn't have to be super tight. Just like that. Putting your engine back in, I always recommend oiling these black O-rings. They take a lot of wear sliding in and out. This one obviously is clean, so I'm just going to put it back in. I never want to shove that all the way in. I shove it into about there. This cap and its threads are actually what set the depth on that engine. So I take that, I fit it on there, and I push it in the rest of the way with that cap so it stops on those threads. And that way I don't ever push the air chamber in too far, which will cause it to leak. There is a hex in the back of that air chamber, so when I screw this in, I only want to put my Allen wrench in a little bit. I don't want to push my Allen wrench into that air chamber behind it. I want to make that fairly snug. I don't want that to move much on me. Anytime I take this regulator trigger component block off, I want to take an Allen wrench and shove this bolt forward. It's very crucial to the functioning of the gun that that bolt goes forward before this trigger goes back on. Put that on. Put my screw back in. In this video, I will point out that I don't have a barrel and spring in the gun body assembly. If you were to have your barrel and spring still in at this point, you want to take it out before you do any of those things I just showed. Thank you.